so today is finally the day. I've been on a waiting list for a Nova Scotia duck tolling retriever for over 2 years now, and the day is finally here to go and pick her up. So we have stayed overnight in a hotel and we're just about to go and get her. So I'll see you when we're back home or in the car and we've got her. River, come on. Sit. So it's the next day now. Apologies if you can hear the washing machine in the background. But we had a hell of a day yesterday, didn't we? We did. We had a much better night. She slept until 5 AM when she needed a wee, and we went to the toilet. And then we got up again at 7. But yesterday she was quite upset. You're not coming up here. I'll come down to you. Yesterday she got quite upset. Obviously it's a lot of change for her, but she was getting very, very worked up and distraught and screaming, weren't you? So that was very upsetting for everyone, and you just wouldn't settle. But you did much better in the night, and you're feeling better today. You feel better? Yeah, I know. But it's been less than 24 hours and I'm honestly obsessed with her. She's so good. She's so gentle when she takes her food, and she knows how to sit. She's been asking to go outside to the toilet this way. And she's being so good with Hubble. I'm honestly so impressed. Bear in mind she's 9 weeks old, she's excited. She is just lying down on the floor and watching him and letting him walk around. She's not rushing him or jumping at him, which I'm so impressed with. So honestly couldn't go any better. I think that was the biggest thing that I was worried about, besides things like separation anxiety, how her and Hubble would get along. But they are doing really good, and he's actually really interested in her. He kind of looks concerned, if anything, when she's crying and stuff. So he's getting super close, and honestly I think give it a couple of weeks, they're going to be maybe not best friends, but tolerate each other. Huh? Yes, you are so squishy. Get it. Come on. Good girl. So I've just managed to sneak away while she's having a nap. Fingers crossed she stays asleep for a bit, because having a puppy is hard. It's a miracle that I've showered and I've got makeup on right now because it is very hard. So obviously it's so cute and so exciting, but it's also mentally draining. I think it took me a good 5 hours of having her home before I was crying from stress. So I don't want this video at all to come across as this being an easy thing to do. It's a huge life change to bring home a tiny baby puppy. It is a lot. You can't really leave them for the first couple of weeks, months. It's very, very draining. So just wanted to say that it's not as easy as some people make it look on the internet in videos. I'm not obviously going to put in any of the hard, bad moments because I just want this to be a nice, cute video, but don't be fooled, I am incredibly stressed in certain moments, but of course the good outweighs the bad. I know it's not going to last forever, and she is incredibly, incredibly cute. But yeah, puppies are hard. Toddlers are not the easiest dog to have. I don't want to influence anyone to go and get one if they're not fully prepared and doing their research. And I'm still getting questions on Instagram and just generally asking why I've gone to a breeder and why I chose to get a toddler. I have done an entire video on this that you can go and watch that explains all of my decision making when it comes to that, just so I don't have to explain myself again. So I will link that in the iCards and the description. But yeah, we are getting there slowly but surely. It's only been about 3 days, I think. Honestly, the days are just blurring. I don't know what day it is anymore, but we're getting there. We're doing very, very basic training with her. But the biggest thing now that she has settled in a bit more is just diving right into socialization. So taking her out. Obviously, she's not had her vaccinations yet, so taking her in like a sling, or I do also have a backpack because she is getting pretty heavy. She weighs 4.7 kilograms, I think, and she gets heavier every day. So taking her out, carrying her around, and just showing her things, other dogs, different types of people, sounds, smells, all of that is so, so important for puppies during this stage of their life. From about 8 weeks old to 14 weeks old is like the crucial window of socializing them, which is so important for any dog, but especially important for assistance dogs, which is what I hope to train her to be. So going to be mostly focusing on that over the next couple of weeks, and then of course you'll have the vaccinations, and then she can start learning how to be out in the world properly and continuing with socialization. So I am going to be jam-packed for the next few months. I'm going to try my best to continue getting work done and stuff, but honestly right now she is my main focus and she is just so freaking cute. So this is River. She's 9 weeks old, almost 10 weeks old, and she's very, very hyper at the moment, so she is not going to sit still. But she was born on the 14th of March, and obviously she is a Nova Scotia Duck-Tolling Retriever. She's got little white markings on her face, and also white markings on her legs and her chest. Don't you? You are very cute. So I asked if you had any questions. I'm going to try to sit here with her, but filming with a puppy is on another level. So hopefully, because I've got my hair down, she's not going to try to scalp me in the process. But the first question is, what is the cutest thing she has done this week? everything. I think the cutest thing she does is sometimes she'll get her lips stuck on her teeth and her little shark teeth are sticking out, and that is very, very cute. Her breeder asked, who does River think she is being that cute? I agree. Somebody wants to know, are you going to try any dog sports with her? Yes, I'd like to. I'd like to do things like agility, maybe things like hoopers, because you can do that a bit sooner than things like agility. So maybe things like that. I would love to also do dock diving. But there's not really anywhere near here that I think does anything like that. So if I can find somewhere, I would like to do that, but obviously when she is much, much older. How is toilet training going? Pretty good. I don't want to jinx myself, but she is doing pretty good. She's having very, very minimal accidents after like 2 days or so. She pretty much went 2 days without any accidents. Inside, she did have a bit of a wee earlier, but she's doing pretty good. I think we've been super lucky that it's not been a winter puppy and we can just have the door open all day. But yeah, she's got pretty good at crying at the back door if she wants to go out, which is really good. Does her breed keep their blue eyes when they grow up? No, I wish they did because that would be super cute. But they turn like a really nice green colour. How is she sleeping? My pup's sleep schedule is what got to me the most. She's doing pretty good. I think if she wasn't sleeping through the night, I would be in a much worse state than I am right now. But she sleeps kind of from like 11 till 7ish. And she does get up for toilet breaks in the night, but otherwise she's pretty quiet. Thankfully, because I would lose my mind if she wasn't. Do you have a trainer and what are your plans on socialising her? I kind of touched on the socialisation part earlier in the video, but I've not really got like a set in stone plan. I've just got a big list of things I want to tick off roughly by the time she's about 14 weeks old. And yes, I'm working with a trainer. I am going to be owner training, but I'm also with an assistance dog program called Wild Spirit Training, and we're working with an assistance dog specific trainer. What will her assistance dog tasks be, and are you training her yourself? So there's a list of things I would love to have her do if she does take to doing it, but there's ones at the top that are kind of main priority. Things like scent detection for high heart rate, and then also things like deep pressure therapy for my pups. Those are kind of the top 2 ones that I really want her to nail if she can. And then other things like retrieving things, maybe getting me like a medication bag or something. Those are things to think of in the future, but mostly things to do with my pups. I'm gonna have to move over here because the sun is insane right now, but she is now down there. Did you have a moment of terrified realization that she is your dog now for real? Yes, I'd say maybe the first day, 2 days, I was like, you were very, very cute, but it feels like you're someone else's dog and I just borrowed you. And I'd say maybe in the first 5 minutes of the car ride when she was so scared and she was screaming, and obviously she didn't really know me very well, so me trying to comfort her wasn't doing very much. And I was like, this is my dog. I now have to look after you for the next 10 plus years. But yeah, we're getting there, we're bonding, and she's starting to feel a bit more like mine now. Any tricks River has learned during her first week home? Yes, so the breeder kind of did a bit of training with them, and she kind of already knew how to sit when she first came home. I've been working on her these past few days on sitting and waiting and then coming to me. So we're working on things gradually. I'm mostly focusing on socialising her at the moment, and then tricks and stuff can come after. What if she doesn't take to being a service dog or assistance dog? That would be completely fine. I'm not going to force her to do anything that she doesn't want to do or doesn't feel passionate about doing. There's many other things, as I said, that I would love to do with her, like agility and dock diving, and I just wanted a dog anyway, so I'm going to try my hardest to make this work, but if it doesn't, I'm not going to get rid of her or something. That is not going to happen, and you can just be a normal doggy. Roughly how big is she going to get? This can vary so much. Toddlers come in all sorts of sizes. The boys tend to be bigger than the girls, and in her litter, she was in a litter of 8. I'd say she's maybe the second smallest, so she might not get that big compared to some of her siblings. Some of her brothers are huge, terrifyingly huge at this age, but she is still quite small, so they could be in a range of different sizes, about 18, 19 inches roughly, maybe a bit bigger, maybe a bit smaller, so it really does depend. And would I recommend them as pets in general? Maybe not, unless you're wanting to do something specific with them. Some people do just have toddlers as pets or to show them. I wouldn't always recommend this because they do need to have an outlet, a bit like collies, border collies, unless you're wanting to do things like hiking with them or training them for scent work or agility, things like that. I wouldn't recommend them as just a general pet that's gonna sit and do nothing and not learn things and not have a job to do. I wouldn't necessarily recommend them to people like that that aren't gonna do something with them. Of course you can if you want to. What are you doing? Get one, good girl, good girl. But yeah, definitely recommend researching the breed before getting them. They do have some traits that aren't always that desirable as a pet dog, so definitely do your research. I'll leave some links to like the Toller Club and stuff like that in the description, just in case you are considering them and want to learn a bit more. So that is it for this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed meeting River for the first time, and if you do want to see more updates, you can go and follow her own Instagram, which is River the Assistance Toller. I've been posting a bunch over there, and that's where her updates and her training is going to be. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!